Welcome to LOQation, Cabrini College's weekly news program. I'm Jenna Rose DiGiacomo.
And I'm Sean Ostrowski. Here's your news now.
Ready to listen to some awesome poetry? On Monday, March 31st, there will be a workshop in Jasmine's from 6 to 7 p.m. And then from 7 to 9 p.m., the actual poetry slam will commence. Black Student Union and the English department are hosting this event and will be teaching all different types of poetry. Project Positive, Project Dance Till You Can't Anymore. Project Positive is a new hip-hop group that promotes positive awareness in Philadelphia. They encourage all ages of people to come out and dance. For more information, email projectpositivebooking@gmail.com or check out their Instagram page, Project Positive, for dance classes and bookings. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown hits Cabrini's stage with a stellar cast April 3rd through the 5th and April 10th through the 12th at 8 p.m. and then again on April 6th and 13th at 2 p.m. You're a Good Man, Charlie Brown is simply about a day in the life of Charlie Brown and his struggles to understand why no one really appreciates him and why he hasn't received anything great. Be sure to grab your friends and family a free ticket in the seal office. Enjoy the show. LOQation was the first to sit down and speak with Cabrini's new president, Dr. Taylor. Let's take a look.
After 8 months of searching, Cabrini College has a new president in Dr. Donald B. Taylor. He recently stopped by to meet some of the students and faculty.
Well, I was attracted to Cabrini. In a lot of ways it's similar to my current institution, Benedictine, which is a Catholic liberal arts and sciences institution located in suburbs of a metropolitan area. Similar mission. Similar focus on the educational experience. So I was on campus January 13th through the 15th. So I met with faculty, staff, students, alumni, board, had a great 3 days, loved the experience, and felt very much at home. I don't really see issues. I see challenges, opportunities, and I'm excited about helping the college reach its full potential and being true to its mission, and at the end of the day, doing what's in the best interest of the students. So I'm a very student-centered faculty member, administrator, and so to me, my practice the last 10 years as a senior administrator has been, it's about the students. What we're going to do is going to be about the students and do everything that we can to enhance the student experience.
I think he'll enhance Cabrini by creating a better sense of community, and I really think he could do something extraordinary.
I'm excited. I'm glad that Cabrini is done with the decision process. I know it was a really long process and they put a lot of thought into it. I'm just excited for change. I think that it's going to be different having a male president, as we've never had one before, and I'm just interested to see what kind of perspective that puts on everything.
So the Missionary Sisters of Sacred Heart of Jesus, that are the order that's in a two-tiered board system for this particular college, I asked them about that. And the sisters said, oh, it's not an issue. We've been co-ed since, 1971, 72 or so. Said, there's no issue with you being a male president. We've moved on. The community's ready for that. The mission is really about being inclusive, promoting diversity and of people of all backgrounds and all faiths.
Dr. Taylor will begin his presidency on July 1st, 2014, and he's excited to get to know the students and the campus. Welcome to Cabrini, Dr. Taylor.
Corey, my dear, what's going on in sports this week?
Well, I have some NFL news, and March Madness is down to the Sweet 16, so let me tell you about it. This week, Ralph Wilson, the owner of the Buffalo Bills, passed away in his sleep at the age of 95. Wilson took a chance and brought pro football to Buffalo, purchasing the team for $25,000 in 1959. Since then, grew the team to a net worth of roughly $870 billion. Wilson was also inducted into the Pro Football Hall of Fame and is the driving force behind establishing and keeping football in Western New York. March Madness is finally down to the Sweet 16, with 3 upsets of Duke losing to Mercer, Ohio State's loss to Dayton, which eliminated most brackets except for Brad Binder. Binder guessed both upsets correct, but then Dayton continued to upset Syracuse. Both St. Joe's and Villanova lost to UConn and didn't make it to the Sweet 16. Number 4 men's lacrosse is off to the best start in the program's history with a 15-9 win over Whittier College. Tyler Johnson had 4 goals on 11 shots. Damian Sobieski also pitched in with 3 goals of his own. The men open up CSAC play as they take on Immaculata University at home later this week. Women's lacrosse keep their winning streak going with a dominating 17-3 win over Gwynedd Mercy University. Melissa Scanzano and Lacey Dubé each have 4 goals in the winning effort. The Lady Cavs will look to keep their streak intact as they take on Swarthmore College later this week. And that will do it for sports. Tune in next week for National, Philly, and as always, your Cabrini Sports. Now let's send it to Sean for your trip across the nation.
6 ABC News reported earlier this week that a 13-year-old girl in Colorado shaved her head to support her friend going through chemotherapy. Cameron Renfro got suspended for violating the dress code at Caprock Academy, which is a charter school. Caprock Academy handbook says that the school's dress code promotes uniformity and a non-distracting environment. The board of directors let Cameron return to classes, but is still investigating if this is an extraordinary scenario where an exception to the dress code can be made. The Philadelphia Inquirer reported that 15 members of the Pennsylvania delegation met with Pope Francis at the Vatican City. The delegation expected to meet with the Pope for approximately 45 minutes, but due to time constraints, the meeting lasted a total of 6 minutes. The delegation was not upset about this short meeting. They feel that Pope Francis was excited to see the delegation. They believe that this event can bring hundreds of thousands of people to come to the city, and if Pope Francis comes to say Mass, this could bring more than 1 million people to Philly. Springtime is here. Let's check in with people down at the Philly Art Museum and see what brought them to visit Philadelphia and what their plans are for the spring.
Hi, I'm Lauren Spires.
And I'm Anthony Sestito, on location for location. Join us as we take a trip down Kelly Drive to see what Philadelphia has to offer the first week of spring. Let's go.
My name is Lisa, this is Priya. We're both from New York City. We go to Pace University, and we are enjoying our beautiful Friday in Philadelphia.
Woo-hoo. Well, I'm from India, and I'm here. I study in the city, so this is nice. I always wanted to go to the Rocky Steps and do the whole dramatic thing, like, yeah, you know, like.
Yeah. Sylvester Stallone style. Yeah.
And the sun is out. It's nice.
I'm here visiting my friends who turning 30, so he's taking me around the city, showing me some of the great sights. Checking out Rocky here, putting up his fist in victory. Thought that would be fun to come see. And this spring, some baseball, hopefully some hockey.
This is Henry. He's 7 months today. We are out training for the Broad Street Run, which is in about 2 months. So it's my short run. It's her long run because she's doing the Love Run next week. So, and I took off today so I could do my long run so I can party for the rest of the weekend with my friends.
Thank you for joining us as we take a journey down Kelly Drive and seeing what Philadelphia has to offer in the springtime.
We encourage Cabrini students to get out and explore Philadelphia and do something extraordinary.
I'm Lauren Spires.
I'm Anthony Sestito.
On location for location.
And that was your trip across the nation. So Val, what's new with entertainment this week?
Well, I have some news for you about Shakira.
Whose hips don't lie?
You're right, Jenna Rose. And Rihanna and Scandal, so let me tell you more about it. In a recent interview, Shakira told sources that she does not allow her soccer player boyfriend, Gerard Piqué, to work with hot models. But Shakira also mentioned that she too is not allowed to work with models either. The Colombian singer says she thinks it's good that her boyfriend's protective of her. Do you think these restrictions for the couple are fair? Tweet us at Location News. Rihanna is following the footsteps of Kate Moss and Lady Gaga. The 26-year-old pop star is set to receive the Fashion Icon of the Year award. We all know about her great fashion sense over the past years. She is even the inspiration to many fashion designers for their 2014 spring collections, according to Vogue's March issue. So, Scandal fans, how did you feel about the shocking death of Dan Bucatinsky's character, James, that occurred in last Thursday's episode? I'll admit, I was not expecting such a surprise. Shonda Rhimes, the writer of Scandal, sure knows how to keep everyone on their toes. This ABC hit show just keeps getting better and better. Scandal airs Thursdays on ABC at 10 p.m. Be sure to tune in. That was your weekly entertainment update. Now let's check in with Jenna Rose for your news around the world.
What a whirlwind it's been. 3 presidents later and still confusion on whom President Vladimir Putin really is. According to the New York Times, former President Bill Clinton found him to be cold and worrisome, but found him to be a strong leader. Former President George W. Bush wanted to befriend and partner with him during the War on Terror, and President Barack Obama tried to work around him, but that slowly diminished, which led to our current relationship with Russia, which is at its worst. Questions had risen as to how government officials would go about figuring him out. According to the New York Times, they are going to counter him. 528 Muslim Brotherhood supporters, based on not simply the religion, but a way of life for many citizens, are advocating for families, communities, and fellow states to follow in the footsteps of the meeting behind the Quran. Supporters were sentenced to death in Egypt this past week. Quite an outrageous number, but according to CNN, it all started when millions of Egyptians rioted for the ousting of President Mohamed Morsi. Many of those sentenced are not in custody, according to Edgy News, and those facing this penalty can appeal their sentences. Is all hope lost for Malaysian Airlines Flight 370? The Prime Minister of Malaysia announced that the plane had gone down in the southern Indian Ocean based off of evidence from satellite pings that described the plane's last location heading in the direction of the Indian Ocean. Information was then announced to families of those passengers aboard the flight. Many didn't know how to take the news. According to CNN, many family members are still saying, "Where is the proof?" They could still very well be alive, and many are blaming the Malaysian airline and government, saying they are the reason for the missing airline. Is it still too soon to start assuming things? Tweet us your thoughts at LOQation News. The Cabrini community was invited to an exhibit and sale of photos and crafts in the mansion. This was created by children living at Cabrini Ministries St. Philip's Mission in Swaziland. Let's take a look.
On March 20th, which is tomorrow, me and 4 other students are hosting an art gallery called the Swaziland Children's Photo Gallery, and it is for the Swazi Cross for Care social business that was started here at Cabrini by faculty and students. We are hosting this event to raise money for the orphan children who live at St. Philip's Hostel in Swaziland, Africa, and the hostel is run by Sister Barbara and Sister Diane. Swazi Cross for Care is a small business that was started here at Cabrini, so we had to tie in a lot of different aspects and build on our communication skills and working with different departments on campus, which was really great. In exploring our project, we got to see how this social business affects the people of Swaziland, and we want to make a profit to benefit the children there, and we're also doing it in a way that is environmentally friendly. Sister Barbara and Sister Diane, they're friends of Cabrini College. They've been here multiple times. They started the hostel, St. Philip's Hostel in Swaziland, Africa, to house orphan children. They actually built it to house 50 orphan children, and the first day that it opened, 98 children showed up to the hostel, the orphanage, and none of them were turned away, which is pretty amazing. Students here sent cameras to Swaziland, and the children at the hostel took pictures of themselves, of their, the area around, the streets, the roads, anything. Our project this year was to create a photo gallery using the photos that were taken by these children. So we are selling these photographs at our gallery. You can buy either the photograph itself, or you can buy the photograph with a frame, or a photograph frame and a mat. And we also have keychains that the children in Swaziland have made. If someone wants to purchase a photo that was already sold and we don't have the print there, or if they want a specific frame that we don't have at the event, then they can fill out this order form, and then we will be able to get the picture to them. They'll be able to pick it up at Cabrini.
Thanks for catching up with us this week. For Location Weekly News, I'm Jen Rose DiGiacomo.
And I'm Sean Ostrowski. Stay up to date throughout the week by following us on our social media platforms. Simply search Location News. Have a great week, Cabrini.